So who's the one artist that you want to work with that you haven't had the chance to yet?
Mm, I don't know. Like, I think Justin Timberlake is someone I would love to work with because I think he doesn't have like if you listen to his albums, there's no limitations. You know what I mean? I really want to work with Justin. I want to work with Jay. I think Jay-Z's would be an awesome thing to work with. That's really it for me. I love J. Cole. I love everything J. Cole's about. I love what he brings to the table. I love Daft Punk. I think Daft Punk's amazing. I think Coldplay and One Republic would be amazing for me.
Wow, that's unexpected.
No, I love because my first. If you go back to Hands Over, I can't remember what the album is.
Maroon
Not the
5.
last Maroon 5 album, but the one before. I'm actually on the Maroon 5 album. Like I produce one of the songs. I'm producing the songs on Maroon 5's album. So, like it's not. That's why I always say to people, I don't just do urban music. Like I just make music.
So now I got a hard question for you, so you may have to think about this one. But what's your all-time favorite song that you've produced?
Ooh, I haven't done it yet. I don't believe I have done it. I just believe that. I think Champion is my favorite song, period, because of what it stands for and because of what it did and what it showed the UK, and because it was me and Chipmunk and Chris Brown, and we were all kind of rebels and people who didn't care and just wanted to be free, if that makes any sense. So I would say that was a monumental moment for me. That was probably my biggest moment since I've been in the music industry. You know what I mean? Like, it shocked the whole of the UK to hear Chris Brown and Chipmunk.
I know that's right.
It's funny because Radio 1 and a few radio stations told us they weren't going to play it before we put it out. And they had to play it. And it was a big week for him. He sold like 100 and something odd thousand a week. That's a lot of singles to sell in the UK in the 1 week as a rapper. That's amazing. So he had an awesome week. So that's probably what I would say is my greatest. I mean, it still comes up in interviews and discussions, or when we're talking to people like, what was behind Champion? Like, it just always feels like there was something about that song, and I was like, yeah. Everybody was against it. Everybody didn't want it to come out. There's a lot of politics behind it, but we got it through.
And you could argue that was the song that brought Chris back into mainstream success in terms of the UK.
I would say yes. It was the one that allowed the UK to accept him back again, because they were like, F him. And Champion, and he, smart. He's a smart businessman. He's smart. He knew that this would help, break the mold, because Chipmunk had created a little buzz for himself and sold some records, and Chris was not allowed in the UK anymore. So this was gonna break the ice, and it surely did. It broke it.
So, are you working on producing your own artists in addition to the many you work for at the moment?
Yeah, we are actually in the middle of. We have two artists. I have an American artist and a British artist. My American artist her name is Jemiah. She's 16 years old. The future Brandy, basically.
Wow.
She's very never say never meets full moon, sings her butt off.
Big shoes to fill.
She looks a little bit like Seven. Seven always calls her a twin sister. So, she's awesome, and she's going to be dropping top of next year. I'm excited for her. She shot her first single the other day. Her name's Jemiah, and my UK act, her name's Carmen Reese. Now, Carmen Reese was on the scene for a little bit in the early 2000s, like 2004, 2005. She had a song called You Got Me, I believe. And has an amazing voice, plays the piano like Alicia Keys, dark brown hair, blue eyes, like amazing. And we worked together back in 2004, and then we reconnected like almost 7 years later. And she's been working with me. She got some songs on Ariana Grande that are humongous. And we decided, you know when you're recording someone, you're just looking at them like, you should be an artist. I don't even know why you're sitting there demoing these songs. Like, you should be an artist. And so I convinced her to go back to it. And yeah, she's dropping. Her sound is amazing. It's like 80s disco. That's what her sound is.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's 80s disco meets. It's very 80s meets. It's like Phil Collins mixed up with, it's really hard Afrobeat. Like it's Afrobeaty. It's big Michael Jackson chords. Like it's amazing. It's a whole different sound that I love, and she's the only one I know that can pull it off. Vocally, her voice is gritty. She can play. So really excited about her project too. So 2014 is going to be a lot about my artists and developing. I'm going to be coming back home to the UK to do a lot more, inspirational work and help these kids, stay off the street and try and get them inspired to make themselves great across the world.
You basically answered my last question, because I was going to ask what's in the pipeline for you and Black Entertainment for the rest of the year and next year, but it's okay.
Yeah, man, that's it. Next year we wanna come, we wanna go, we wanna really put out our own and really support our own too. You know what I mean? Like I wanna see more British people, more British artists over here and working. I think what I would like to see a lot more of next year is more power collaboration with UK acts. I just feel like sometimes they don't collaborate enough. Like in America, you see a part of it. Like if you watch the hip hop world, especially, they all collaborate. You're gonna see Jeezy with this person. You're gonna see Rick Ross and Drake. You're gonna see like they all work together, right? Because it makes more sense. And the problem with the UK, I feel, is there's not enough collaboration. There's not.